What's going on, guys? So this is my Sire V7 Jazz 4-string in ash. It's like a tobacco sunburst. I'm not sure if that's what they call it, but that's what it reminds me of. And if you look closely, there is something much different about mine, and that is the controls here, the pots, and the actual preamp and everything is different. As far as electronics go, the only thing that's the same are the pickups. I put in a Bass Mods 33 FP, yeah, 33 FP. That's the model number. Bass Mods preamp made by Bass Mods. Okay, so here's a close-up of the new preamp setup. Like I said, it's a Bass Mods 33 FB. It's pretty much made for people that have like a passive style J bass and want the active style preamp, but they don't want to go through all the work of routing out a new battery box and everything like that. They designed it around being able to fit a battery inside the control cavity without any mods to the bass itself. So they used less wires, they raised the knobs up to get them out of the way so that a battery could fit underneath the pots. They added a special adapter for the wires so that you don't have to solder at all. So the way the knobs are laid out is you have a dual pot here, and they're both volume. So your top knob is your neck pickup, your bottom knob is for your bridge pickup. The middle one here is a boost or a mid boost cut dual pot. It's bottom bass, top treble, and they all have a midpoint where it sort of locks in. The last two things you have are toggles here. One is a bright switch, which if you don't know what a bright switch is, look it up because I'm not even going to attempt to explain it. And the last one is your active or passive switch. And then of course you have your input jack here. That's about it as far as that. Oh, there's also on the inside here on the actual preamp box, there is a switch for gain control. So you can actually turn the gain up and down with like a mini screwdriver inside there. I boosted it like maybe a quarter of the way, which I think sounds really good. I'll probably mess with it more in the future. But the other thing I did was, instead of using the existing battery connector that they included in here so you could stick a single 9-volt in, I cut that off and soldered it to the original wires that were in here that run to the battery boxes on the back. And I did that for two reasons. One, so I don't have to remove this plate every time I need to replace the battery, and two, this preamp is capable of running 18 volts. So obviously the Sire comes with two battery boxes to run 18 volts, so that gives me just, you know, gives you a little bit more headroom overall. So I think that's a really cool feature that it's able to run the 18 volts as well. So at this point you're probably asking yourself, what's the point? Well, the point is my preamp went bad. I bought this bass on Reverb. So here I am on Reverb where I bought my bass, my Sire. If you look on here, there's tons of Sire basses. None of them sold from Sire. So the point is, if you buy one of these basses and your preamp goes out or your bridge, you know, something breaks or a knob breaks or whatever, you know, from what I understand, the way it works is Sire tells the person that you bought it. So you would have to go back to this person, which would be Chicago Music Exchange, because you didn't buy it from Sire. So if you contact Sire, you know, they're going to be like, well, what's your email and what's the order number? And you're going to say, well, I bought it brand new from this Chicago Music Exchange. But Sire's going to be like, well, that's, you know, then you have to contact, you know, Chicago Music Exchange. So the way it would work is you would have to contact the person you bought it from. They would have to then contact Sire, like it's like a whole third-party thing just to get part. There's a lot of basses a lot of Sire bases on you. I mean, this is used right here. You can see there's some Sires on here used. As the years go by, there's going to be more and more used Sire bases out there. And the more used bases there are, the more people, as time goes by, the more things that are going to go wrong and the more parts are going to be needed. So once this whole secondhand market gets really big with Sire, they're going to have to do something. So I don't know how many of you watching this are actual Sire base owners or thinking about getting a Sire base, but the whole point of this video was not to in any way question Sire's quality, because like I said, I love my Sire base, and my preamp went bad in my Sire, and it's sort of a long story of how it happened, but it's also irrelevant, because the point of this video is to point out the fact that there is no parts department. There is no link on the Sire website to buy parts. If you go on Reverb, if you go on eBay, if you go on anywhere you can buy used stuff, there is no Sire parts. You go on Amazon, there is no Sire parts. If something goes wrong with your Sire base, there is no way to get parts except for to contact Sire. I contacted Sire when my preamp went bad, and after 6 days, he emailed me back and said it'd be $75 for a new preamp. Now, I'm not complaining about the fact that it took 6 days. I mean, that's, you know, it's a big company. I'm sure they have lots going on. But it doesn't take 6 days to get the price for something if it's right there online and you can look at it. And you can click one click and buy it, you know. So, it's just something to keep in mind when buying a Sire base, or, you know, if you're interested in buying a Sire base, there's only one way to get parts, and that's directly contacting Sire via email, and whenever they get back to you, they get back to you. Still, even if I knew all this, I would still buy the base because the quality is so good, the price is so good. But I think it's just something for people, like, nobody talks about it, and it's something to definitely keep in mind if you're looking to buy one. Yeah, let me know what you think. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the whole Sire parts debate. Let me know if you have a Sire, what you think about it. I know they came out with the V3s now. I haven't played those. Yeah, drop me a comment. Hit that like button if you like the video. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on the way that this sounds once I get to know it better and spend some more time with it. Thanks for watching.